Hey guys! Okay, it's me. I'm back giving you an update on how things are going and what is going on now. I know some of you are laughing because I wore this exact same shirt and these exact same earrings in my last video. And yes, obviously, I have my favorite shirt. It's been like a week since I made that video, guys. I do my laundry in between. It's fine. So, just putting that out there beforehand, because I know some of you will probably notice that I'm wearing the same shirt. Different outfit, though. Same shirt. But yeah, okay, so I just wanted to get on an update. I'm going to try and make this video not be as long as the last one, because my last one was like 30 minutes long, and I rambled for a good, like, half of that. So, we're going to keep this as good as I can. Mind you, all of these videos I do in like one take, so I don't edit the whole entire thing and clip them down into little parts and clean it up. So that's why they take a little bit longer. I just feel like it's easier to tell things how it is. So, and then you get to see how like ADD I am. It's a good time. Also, I got a new tripod, so I apologize for my last video where it was so shaky because I touched the table every 5 seconds, and this dinky tripod was what was holding it up. So hopefully I'll try not to like hit the table as much as I did in the last video. As I just said that. I'll try not to hit the table as much as I did in the last one. Hopefully this tripod keeps it a little more stable. So yeah. Sorry Mom, if you watched my last video you probably got super like sick to your stomach, and I apologize. Okay, so here we are. Those of you that have not seen my last video, go ahead and check it out because it'll explain things better. But just to kind of summarize, had my IUD out, had some issues with fertility for the few months that it was supposed to take to get there, and I had been bleeding for 2 months straight, and then on the 21st of September, I had a humongous clot, and called my OBGYN. He was concerned about it, so I got put on medication, and I got blood work done that next day, the 22nd of September, on that Friday, and yeah, that's about where we are. That's a very, very quick thing. If you want to know the whole story, the video is my previous video. I'll try to link it in the description. But yeah, most of you that are watching this are my personal like family and friends, so obviously you don't have to go searching through my channel. And so yeah, hopefully this makes sense and we can do this. But here we are. It is October 9th now. It has been about a week, 2 weeks since this all went down almost. It's almost been 2 weeks. So let's just kind of update you. So I got my lab results back on Thursday the 28th? Thursday the 28th of November, I got my lab results back from my doctor. He called me and let me know what was going on. He said everything looks great. Thyroid wise and everything, which I was glad to hear that because the last time I had blood work done to see if I had celiac disease, I came back with a little bit of a hypothyroid. So my thyroid was a little higher, but since then my thyroid has gone down, which is great. I have my lab results right here, so I can kind of look at it. Everything was really good that way, for my general chemistry. And then, thyroid, like I said, was great. Let's see. My insulin was great. That was one thing that he tested me too, because when you have PCOS, like I've kind of thought that I have, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but when you have PCOS, a lot of times people have insulin problems and things like that. He said my insulin looks great. I have no threat of becoming diabetic at the time. Everything's looking good that way, so it was kind of like, oh, insulin problem, that's not really there. Okay, because that's something that is linked to PCOS. And then, my prolactin was great. Everything there was great. My lymph nodes are great, so that's good. But then he was like, I am concerned that your cholesterol levels are as high as they are. And I was like, oh, great. That's awesome. That's all I want to hear, is that my cholesterol levels are bad. And where I was doing that ketogenic diet, that's where you eat fatty foods like beef and things like that. Obviously you don't eat like a bunch of bad fat, but you eat a lot of fat because then it makes your body start to break down the fat instead of breaking down carbs. And so I kind of was like, ugh. I did that diet from August 2016 to January 2017. I did it then, and then I was doing it 2 weeks previous to when I got my blood work done. And so I was like, ooh, whoops. So he's like, I want you to work on your cholesterol, and that's one, and he told me that cholesterol can also be linked to PCOS. Having an elevated cholesterol is another issue that people with PCOS have. So he's like, that's one thing that I see that could be one of the problems that you have. My cholesterol was raised. My LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, was higher than it should be. So I was told that I basically get to go vegetarian because I can eat chicken and fish. I'm not a big fan of chicken unless it's like chicken nuggets or grilled chicken, or like a really good like crispy chicken. I like that kind of stuff. And those are big no-nos. Like, to have fast food is kind of a no-no. And yeah, and I love beef and pork, and those are big no-nos. And then fish, and I am not a fish person, so that's been a fantastic time. I'm trying to figure out new recipes and everything, so if you have any good ideas for recipes that don't have fish or beef or pork, terribly fatty foods, like I can still get a steak, he said, but I have to get like a lean cut, which is, what's the point of even getting a steak then if you're gonna, then again, I like to obviously cut all the fat off of it. Sorry, I keep touching my hands. This is a nervous trait of mine. But that is one thing I have to watch out for, is really fatty foods. So yeah, and then he wants me eating whole wheat and oatmeal and avocados and healthy fats like I said, avocados, fruits, and things like that, which is the total opposite of the diet I was on and that Quinn is currently on. So it's been a good time trying to readjust everything food-wise and figure out what the heck I'm eating, because it's just fabulous. So things are going great there. And then the other thing that came back from my lab work that was a little disheartening was my AMH levels. AMH stands for anti-Müllerian hormone. That is a hormone that is secreted by cells in developing egg follicles. So, all my potential children down there, I'm so awkward. They secrete that hormone that goes into your blood, and so they can test it and see how well your ovarian reserve is. So, some of these numbers are going to be super confusing. Some of you guys are going to be like, well, that's fantastic. Why would you say it's bad news? Let me explain. Okay, my AMH level came back at a 15.9, which is really high. So that's why I'm saying how some of you will think, oh, that's fantastic. You have a bunch of eggs left. Well, that could be the case, but usually a healthy, normal woman who has no fertility issues, not whatsoever, but are pretty well off fertility-wise, is at a 4.0-ish in that range. If you go above like a 5 or a 6, people start to say, oh, you're kind of leaning on the side of polycystic ovarian syndrome. So, getting the news back that I'm at a 15.9, I definitely have something in there, and they don't know where the heck to go. My eggs either don't know where the exit is, or their exit buddies are slacking or something. I have no idea what's going on there. So that is something I still need to get with my OB and talk to him about. Figure out what the heck to do with that. Make sure I don't have any blockages or anything. But we're pretty confirmed that I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I've kind of thought this for a long time. So to know that they are 99.9999% that I have PCOS, that is, yeah. I'm good with that because I figured that's what it was. Now I know that I am going to have to treat it somehow and that things are going to be okay. I watched several, well, there's one vlogger in particular that I watched that has had 2 beautiful children and she has PCOS, and I know of other people that have PCOS that have had children. So I'm keeping hope, and it is going to be okay. I know it's going to be okay. I'm not freaked out about the PCOS whatsoever, like I said, because I know that there is still plenty of chances of being able to get pregnant. So, excuse me, yes. So it's gonna be good, and we're gonna get it figured out, whether or not I have to take Clomid to get pregnant, if I have to take Provera to get pregnant, if I have to take progesterone, or whatever I have to take, I will take to help me get pregnant, because I will do what it takes to be able to have a baby. And if it comes to the point that I cannot have children on my own, which is a possibility, it's a possibility for anybody, but if it ever gets to that point, I can adopt, and I will have my children. But I have had so many beautiful blessings, so many wonderful prayers sent my way, and I'm so grateful for them because they're so reassuring and so appreciated. I am so grateful for you guys. And I know everything is going to be okay, and it'll work out. So yeah, that is how my lab results came back. Another thing that I talked about in my last video is that I have been on Provera, or if you want the long name for it, I have medroxyprogesterone acetate. And I have been taking, let's see, how many milligrams is this? It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it's 10 milligrams is the general, like, number that people have. So I took it for 10 days, and I started taking it the 21st, I believe, because I got the prescription that day, went and picked it up and got right on it, because it was supposed to help my bleeding stop that I was having, and then it would try to get my, it's supposed to help you get on a, like, help you, like, with ovulation almost, and so I got on that, and it slowed my bleeding down a lot. And then my doctor told me that by day 10, around day 10, I'm going to start having some pretty bad bleeding again, because that will be it cleaning me out, and, like, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it, but, he's like, so around day 10, so, like that, you will have a significant, like, period type thing start, and I was like, okay, so day 10 comes, and I'm about the same. And nothing really changed, because after I started taking it on the 21st, I slowed down bleeding. I wasn't bleeding a ton. I wasn't having to constantly, like, go to the bathroom to check myself. I wasn't clotting a ton. I was like, whew, we're okay. So the day 10 happens, normal, nothing crazy, and then I spotted it for a few days, and I was like, well, what the heck? Maybe my uterus decided to calm its tits. Sorry, but that's the only way I can describe it. Calm itself down and stop bleeding so bad. And then I got online and I was like, how long did it take for your Provera to kick in? And it said, I had several people that were like, oh, well, you take them for 10 days. And then it took my period to start like 4 or 5 days after the 10 days so that it could kick in. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So day, like 4 or 5 days after that, I want to say it was last Thursday, all hell broke loose. I'm sorry if that is TMI, but Provera will clean you out. I have no idea, no way else to describe it to you, till, like, unless you've been on Provera, or you've been on a medication that's supposed to, like, clean you out, or to, like, help you regulate your ovulation or anything like that. It's no good, guys. It's good, because I need it, and I need my body to, It's been fantastic. It's been a good time. I went to the store today. I'll put the picture in here, like, or something. I'll put it in here so you guys can see it. But it's like, can you tell that I'm having a good day? Or Erin's, like, survival kit type thing is what I'm calling it, is Erin's Provera survival kit. And I had my cream cheese I put on my bagels. I have salsa for my chips and salsa. I bought soft pretzels because I want soft pretzels like no one's business right now, and queso. I bought like 4 candy bars. I bought my drinks that I drink all the time, and some Hot Pockets. Those are like my feel bad day treats. So that was my day today. And my hormones have been awesome, because I don't know if that's one of the things with Provera, but I personally am going through like this hormonal roller coaster, and Quinn can tell you that I have been an evil, awful wench to live with, because either I'm like ornery or I'm crying. So, like the other day, Quinn asked for a bite of my candy bar, and I had these little 2 pieces type things. They're just like 2 tiny pieces, and he asked for a bite of it, and I had ate the first one, and I was taking a bite out of the second one when he asked me, and I held it for him to take a bite out of it, but he took the piece, and mind you, it was only like this big of a piece I took, so it was like the size of a bite, but he took it and ate it, and I started bawling. Because I'm like, you asked for a bite, not the whole thing. Awesome! So, hormones are just fantastic. Today has been a day. It's been with all of this Provera type stuff. I usually I don't have to take Midol or anything either when I have periods or things like that. But today was one of those days, like I said, I had to, like, I bought all my feel-good food because I was feeling like sugar honey iced tea, to quote a movie. So I took 2 Midol this morning because I woke up and I had the worst cramps, and I'm sorry, this is TMI. Like, all of these videos are TMI, but I feel like I need to, like, put it somewhere so I can remember how this went and how I feel and, like, what it took to get to a baby and everything, so I'm sorry. But this is for me more than anything to know. But today I woke up and I was bleeding pretty bad again. And yesterday I bled pretty bad, and then Saturday I was bleeding pretty bad, and Friday I was bleeding pretty bad. Like I said, this is a whole clean out thing. But today I woke up and I had bled pretty bad in the night and everything. And I had the most horrendous cramps I've had in a very long time, and I almost called in sick to work, but I felt horrible, like missing work, and we just started these new intervention groups, and I didn't feel like I could leave them, and so I got up and I popped some Midol, took some ibuprofen, and took some heartburn medication because I've had really bad heartburn, and went to work. So it's been a day trying to calm down. It's been good. Luckily I have amazing coworkers. You know who you are. You are watching this video. If you are, you know who you are. You are fantastic. Thank you for letting me vent to you all the time because I feel like lately. Yeah, it's been fantastic. But yeah, that's an update for where I am. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Like, that's all I really... Provera works. It's working. It's cleaning. And I feel like crap. So, I don't know what else to say. I did get my hair cut like I said in the last video. I chopped like a ton of it off. I love it. I love having my hair like this. It's been a struggle trying to learn how to redo my hair because usually I would just throw it up in a ponytail or I would braid it to the side and call it good. So I've been trying to teach myself new little hairstyles. So that's a ray of sunshine in this big old poop fest. But it's been good. And yeah, I have really enjoyed it. And I also really enjoyed General Conference. For those of you that didn't watch it, I really recommend it. For those of you that don't know what General Conference are, if you're watching this, it's like the LDS Church's biannual thing that happens it happens 2 times a year where our like general authority and like people from our church come and talk, and there's several talks about having hope and to keep going, and it was exactly what I needed, so I so appreciated it. I am so grateful. I have said this so many times, so many times, but I just have to say it again before I end this video. I am so grateful for my family and for my friends that have let me know how much they love me and things like that. I kind of have been keeping this whole thing a little hush-hush. I've been trying to not keep it, like, I didn't want to, like, tell a bunch of people what's going on, because obviously people just love to talk about periods and things like that, but, I have decided that it's more important for me to inform of what's going on with me instead of letting people assume what's happening. So, yes. There's several of them that have been finding out recently that have reached out to me and have been so sweet and so supportive, and I'm so grateful. I had so many sweet words said, and like I said, I just am so grateful. I don't know what I would do if I was going through this by myself. You guys mean the world to me. I'm sorry that I cry in front of you. Like, I am so sorry. We had a family thing the other day, and my sweet brother-in-law came over and gave me a hug, and I just started bawling because their relationships to me mean so much, and I am so grateful for them. Like, I'm not the best at saying I love you to people, but I love you guys, and I appreciate everything you do for me and everything you do for Quinn, and so thank you for being there for me, and thank you, everybody. You've been so kind, and so many sweet words, and so many people willing to help me and to do things, and like I said, my hormones are horrible right now. Oh, hormones. But I am so grateful for all of my in-laws and all of my family. We have been going through so much lately with different things throughout our family as well. And so having everybody come together and be so sweet and so kind through relationship things and medical things and for just everything. I'm so grateful for you guys, and I love you so much, and I'm rambling, and I'm sorry, and I said I'd keep this video short, but here we are, 21 minutes later, and I'm sorry. I will try and update you guys again as soon as this Provera is done doing its stuff. If it stops, I will let you guys know, but whatever does happen, I will keep you guys updated, because I know a lot of you, I don't know why, are interested on how my lady bits are doing. But I appreciate your guys' love and concern and everything. And I am so grateful for you. And I'm going to say that a bajillion times, but I love you all. You are the best. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Again, it's Monday, so go out and kill this weekend. Or this week. Crush this week. Do the best you can. Be the best you can. This world needs it. Okay, bye. 22 minutes later.